I'm Dr. Jordan Wiggins, and this is the Pleasure Principles podcast. Join me on this journey where sex, science, and sensuality meet. Let's change the conversation around sex and pleasure together. Today, we are talking about what women want in bed. Last week, we talked about what men want, and if you missed that episode, make sure to go back and have a listen. 1 in 2 women globally will experience sexual dysfunction in their lifetime. So how do we drop that number? The answer is not what you might think. It's often not lingerie, not feeling better about your body by losing the 10 pounds or getting the filler. And it's definitely not a new position because let's be real, you've tried that and it does not work. It might work short term, but it's definitely not the long-term fix to your lack of desire for intimacy, your difficulty getting aroused and staying aroused, difficulty orgasming, or pain with sex. These are band-aids to a far bigger problem. But what is going to work, though, is figuring out the kind of sex we want and learning how to ask for it. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Women want sex that is good for them. They pursue sex that satisfies them. They will chase it. They will make time for it. They will daydream about it. If you're eye rolling right now, stick with me. Chances are you're trying to make excuses on how this cannot work for you because you can't picture it. You can't picture a world where that is you. You can't picture it because you haven't been taught to know what you want and know how to ask for it. There's this perception that women want less sex than men, or they need to accept that after having children, menopause, as they get older, we need to accept declining desire as a natural part of life. This is frankly bullshit. The proof is in how many of us go years without sex in a relationship, thinking that our libidos are gone. We could care less if we ever have it again, only to spark up a new sex life with a new partner. And wow, does libido come back. Only for things to get comfortable and libido to disappear again. Not to mention, there are several hundreds now, actually, of women that I've worked with that are breast cancer survivors on hormone therapy, or women that are menopausal that are having great sex. They desire it. They lubricate on their own in spite of all of the factors that we are told against us: age, hormones, stage of life, medication. So what's the difference? Let's go there. Let's start at the beginning with what is keeping women from enjoying sex the way they deserve to. And that's the orgasm gap. The orgasm gap is a disparity of orgasm in heterosexual relationships. It refers to the reality that 75% of men orgasm from penetrative sex, that means penis in vagina, compared to only 29% of women that do. So penetrative sex, 75% of men are orgasming this way, and only 29% of women are. A study in 2014 found that 64% of women participants reported reaching orgasm the last time they had sex. So what this means is almost 4 in 10 women did not orgasm the last time they had sex. What's even more interesting is that 85% of the male participants in this study told researchers that their partner had reached orgasm. So where's the discrepancy there? What's going on? Ladies, are we faking it? It's hard to get exact numbers, but studies have shown that somewhere between 60 to 80% of women report faking orgasms. I'm going to reinforce that this means that if only 40% of women orgasmed, but 85% of men thought their partner had orgasmed, there's definitely a disconnect happening. That's the orgasm gap. What do we do about it? How do we make sure that more than 30% of women have orgasms during sexual encounters? How do we make sure that sex is enjoyable for women too? Now, I wish that this was a unique story, but it is not. I hear it weekly from women around the world. One of my clients has never orgasmed. She faked it for the first 5 years of her current relationship, and she has admitted to her partner for the last 3 that she's not orgasming, and it's been detrimental to their relationship. She feels broken, like there's something wrong with her. He feels inadequate, like he cannot satisfy her. And this is a problem because we have 2 people that love each other, but they just don't have the tools for better sex. What women need for better sex is a unique approach that you are not seeing out there. People are not teaching this stuff. I had to go on my own 10-year journey to figure this out myself, and I teach it now in 12 weeks. I want to talk about 3 reasons why we are having this problem with women and why women are not enjoying the sex that they are having. The first reason is we need a sexual health re-education. We need to learn what works for our bodies, what works for people with vulvas to bring them pleasure. And we know that penetrative sex is only the answer for about 30% of women. And if penetrative sex and mutual orgasm is the goal, that means 70% of women are really not satisfied from those type of sexual encounters. We get reproductive health education, if any. That's how to make babies. It teaches us about penis and vagina. And then now we have these blinders on where we think that penis and vagina sex is sex, and that's the only kind of sex. And I'm here to tell you that is not true. You guys have been ordering the same item off the menu for years. And that is not the kind of sex that 70% of women want. We also need to be taught what to call our bodies. For women, vagina is not even an accurate term. Vagina is the birth canal. It's the internal part. It's the part that we insert a tampon. It's the part that the penis goes in. The external part that we see is called a vulva. So shifts like that, empowering shifts, learning about your clitoris. Don't worry, I will have an entire episode on the clitoris coming up. But just learning the proper anatomical terms for our body parts and what they do is so, so empowering with re-educating women on what will bring them pleasure, what will make them have sex that they want to have. The second reason we have a low libido problem in women, we need to know what we want. In a culture that teaches us to stay small, keep our emotions small, don't love too big because that's weak, don't feel too big because you're emotional, to store it all in so that we have pelvic floor pain and we can't relax. If you freeze when I ask, what do you want in the bedroom? You need to figure out your desires. Chances are you don't even know what you want. You don't even know what's out there. You're not taught to think about what we want. And it shows in the bedroom because we keep trying to do the same thing that only works for a fraction of women. And a part of discovering what we want is learning that our desires are not shameful. and that it's okay to want more because we're conditioned to want less, to stay small, to not need to do it all ourselves. And when we can make that mindset shift into knowing what we want, look out, the libido actually flips. And I have one of my clients told me that her libido is higher than when she was 18 years old. And now her husband is telling her no after 20 years of the reverse. And the final reason why we have such a huge libido problem in women is that we are not taught how to communicate these desires. I have women that have been in partnership with men for 10, 20 plus years. They have children together. They are a team in every sense of the word, and they can ask for help in other areas. But when it comes to communicating our desires, our wants, our needs in the bedroom, we fall silent. And this is a huge problem that we need to overcome. Now, before you run and share this with your partner, believe me, I want you to. But I want you to remember two things. Number one, you're not broken. What you have been taught is. This is also true for those that we have been in relationship with. And these great men that really want to please you might not take it so well if we say something like, see, I told you there was nothing wrong with me. We were just having crappy sex. So instead, let's enroll your partner on a journey together. Try reading my book on your own first and sharing the relevant chapters, tips, worksheets that were going to help both of you. Or have them listen to this podcast with the context of, hey, babe, there is an answer. Can't wait to learn more and share it with you. And the second thing that I want you to remember is the work starts with you, boo. It is not up to them to fix your problem. The journey is about us learning about ourselves, our bodies, and not trying to make our bodies function like men's bodies. Our partners cannot do this for us, and it is not their responsibility to do so. We have to stop trying to fit into a mold that was not created for us. We do that first, and then we learn to communicate our needs with our partner. And let me tell you, the depth of connection, the intimacy, and the orgasms will be mind-blowing. This problem, this women not wanting sex and not knowing the sex they want and what they desire and how to communicate it, this is exactly why I created Pleasure Principles, an educational program that will improve all areas of your life that you are lacking pleasure, from the bedroom to the boardroom. Pleasure Principles is a 12-week program about low libido in women, but it's about so much more. It's about a revolution, a collective shift in the mindset that puts pleasure first without guilt. I would love to chat if this program is a fit for you. Check the show notes for a link for more information. Have a great week, everybody. If you like what you heard in this episode, leave me a rating. Your support helps me get discovered by more women like you. Together, we can change the conversation around women's sexual health and pleasure for you, your partners, and generations to come.